What will make a seller reject your offer? The first thing is a lowball offer. I understand everybody wants a deal, right? Seller has their list price. Everybody wants to try and get a bargain. And you think, well, what could it hurt? All they can do is counter me or say no. The worst thing you can do is write a lowball offer and the seller reject it. Because guess what? You could come back at a higher price the next day, but in that seller's mind, you've already ticked them off. Sellers are humans too. Their gut reaction, knee jerk reaction to that is going to be, tell them just forget it. They can either pay my price or they can go on. You have lost any ground you had to negotiate on that deal when you start out with a lowball offer. Second thing that'll make a seller reject your offer is having too many contingencies. Now, most deals are going to have inspection, they're going to have financing, you're going to have that closing date in there. But when you start adding in specialty inspections, such as you want the septic tank dug up and examined, or you want the radon testing done, or you get your generic home inspection, but then you come back and you want to schedule HVACs and this, that, and the other. Especially if you have a home sale contingency that you're throwing in that mix, sellers are like, yeah, I ain't doing all that. I ain't dealing with it. Make sure that you write the cleanest offer that you possibly can, because too many contingencies, sellers are like, I ain't doing it. Number 3 would be little to no earnest money. Used to, I don't think sellers really worried about the earnest money as much, but sellers are becoming more savvy today, just like buyers are. A seller will get an offer, and I'm amazed at how many times when we're talking about it, they'll say, now, how much earnest money are they putting down? And the thing of it is, here in Tennessee, unless a buyer just walks away from the deal for absolutely no reason, they're going to get their earnest money back. Tennessee is a consumer-friendly state. They're looking out for people. So if you get a home inspection done, it doesn't matter what it is on that home inspection that you don't like. You can terminate your contract, you can get your earnest money back. But what I tell my sellers is, if they're financing it, I wouldn't really worry about the earnest money a whole lot. But if somebody's paying cash for a home, and let's say it's a $500,000 house, they're writing a cash offer, and they put $500 as earnest money, yeah, we take issue with that. If you're going to pay $500,000 in cash, then you probably need to put $5,000, $10,000 down as your earnest money deposit. The last thing is going to be offensive terms to the seller. And you think, okay, well, what would that be? Well, if you're asking for a 21-day inspection period, there's no way you need 21 days, because you're asking that seller to pull their home off the market for 3 weeks while you're doing all these different inspections. Most sellers are not going to agree to that. If you're asking for a 60-day closing, but you want to take possession after 30 days, most of the time a seller's not going to do that. If you're asking for less of a price than the list price, plus you want the seller to pay $10,000, $15,000 in closing costs, you want the home warranty covered, sellers are probably not going to accept those terms either. And if it's a hot property, if they're getting several showings in, they are more likely to just reject your offer than they are to try and work something out with you. So remember that when you're writing offers, don't let the seller get your offer and just reject it.